Okay, today we're working with our rules of exponents. And an important rule of exponent is any variable, anything raised to the 0 power always equals 1. Always equals 1. Okay, so we're going to be working with that rule quite a bit right now. So if I had a problem like this, and it were m squared times m to the third times m to the 0. Now we know from our previous rules that if it has the same base and its multiplication, we can simply add the exponents. So let's do that. They all have the same base, so it's m. And this is going to be 2 plus 3. Now this one has a 0, and I can just add that on. That doesn't change anything there. Okay, so this is 2 plus 3 would be 5, plus 0 is 5. M to the 5th power. If I wanted to, I could just leave these two. That would be m to the 2 plus 3 times m to the 0. But we know that m to the 0 is 1, so this would be m to the 5th times 1. And anything times 1 is itself. So this is our answer. M to the 5th would be our answer in that case. All right, now, let's try one more, just a little bit more complicated than that one. And if we go 3x squared y, whoops, it should be a square, y to the 5th times 2x to the 0 y times 4x to the 6th. Okay, now, all these have coefficients, and this is multiplication, so we're going to multiply all of our coefficients. This is 3 times 2, which is 6, times 4 would give me 24. I know that my coefficient on this one is going to be 24. Then I take all the ones with the same base, and I just simply add their exponents, because we've got multiplication here. This would be x squared, so 2 plus, and this one's a 0, so I just write 0, that's fine, plus 6. Then I write what my y's are up here. Y, and this is to the 5th, and this is also multiplication. So remember on this one, if there is no exponent listed, it's implied that the exponent is 1. So this would be 5 plus 1. All right, now I simplify this further. This would be 24. Let's try that just a little bit better. A little bit neater anyway. 24, and this would be x. 2 plus 0 is 2, plus 6 is 8. 24x to the 8th, y to the 6th. And that would be your answer on this one. One last one that I want to go through on this one. If we had this one, 2x to the 3rd, y to the 4th, all raised to a 0 power, times 2x to the 0, y to the 3rd, and all of this here raised to the 3rd power. Okay, this looks fairly complicated because there's a lot to it. But remember, anything raised to the 0 power is always 1. So I'm not even going to worry about trying to distribute that one because I know anything raised to the 0 power is always 1. So I know that this whole quantity right here is 1. So this would be 1 times. Now on this one we are distributing this 3. We're distributing it to the 2. That would be 2 cubed. And I encourage you to write that step down. Don't try to do that in your head. Just write it down for now. X to the 0, and we know that through our multiplication properties of exponents, we know that 0 times, we would multiply these two together. 0 times 3. I'm just going to write that down. And the last one is y, 3 times 3. Okay, so 1 times anything is whatever this other thing is. So I'm not even going to worry about that 1 at this point. 2 cubed, that's 2 times 2 times 2. That would be 8. X to the 0 times 3. 0 times anything is 0. So this is going to be x to the 0. Y to the 3 times 3 would be 9. Now the catch on this one is x to the 0, and we know that anything raised to a 0 power is 1. So I need to rewrite this. This is the same thing as 8 times 1 times y to the 9th. Well, we can simplify this one a little bit further. Let me write that 9 a little bit clearer. 8 times 1 is 8. So the way I'd write this in simplest form would be 8y to the 9th. This right here would be your answer. 8y to the 9th. And it sounds fairly complicated, but this one here, just remember, anything raised to a 0 power always equals 1.